Hey everyone, it's Mark Wiens with migrationology.com, and one of the questions many of you have asked is how do I start blogging, or how do I start a travel blog or a food blog or any kind of blog or website. And so this video is not going to be about food this time, but I'm going to show you in 5 easy steps how to start your own blog. In the description box there is a link and I'll write up a full blog post about how to start your own blog as well. So go check that out and keep watching this video, 5 easy steps. Very briefly, I'm just gonna go over the 5 steps to starting your own blog. The first is to register a domain name, which is yourwebsite.com or migrationology.com. The next step is to get hosting, and hosting is the server that stores your files. And when people type your domain into a browser, it pulls up those files from the server. So hosting is sort of like renting an apartment. The third step is to install WordPress. And this is an open source piece of software that handles blogging. Number 4 is to improve your design of your website. And then finally, step 5 is to start blogging. Before we get started on the steps, I just want to quickly cover, the question, why would you want to pay for a blog when you can get a free blog? So there are a couple of different websites, actually many different websites where you can register your own free blog, like blogspot.com or wordpress.com. And these are great options and they are free. But the problem is that you don't have very much control over your website or your blog. So you don't have as many options for design, you don't have as many options for advertising or turning it into a business. They can be a great way to keep a personal journal, but you just don't have the flexibility that you have with your own domain. And also, it looks much better from a business standpoint to have yourname.com as opposed to yourname.blogspot.com. Let's get started with step number 1 first, to register your domain. There are 2 ways to register your domain. Number 1 is to register on a domain registrar like GoDaddy.com or Namecheap.com. And actually I have an account with GoDaddy.com, so I register most of my domains with GoDaddy. But alternatively, if you are brand new to starting a blog, you can register a free domain if you sign up for hosting with a company like Bluehost, and they offer a free domain. So actually you can sort of skip step number 1 and move on to step number 2 if you are just starting a blog for the first time. I've already actually registered a domain, which is markwiens.me, but you can just go to godaddy.com and then you're going to search for the website you want, the domain name you want. And registering a domain usually costs around $11 per year. So it's a small investment and really worthwhile to have your own domain name. Step number 2 is to get hosting. And so I'm going to head over to bluehost.com, which is a host I really recommend. Click on the Get Started Now, and they have a number of different plans, and you can just check these specs depending on what you want. If you just want one blog, probably just the starter account with Bluehost, you can easily upgrade at any time you want. I'm going to select, and now you have a screen where you can either register your new domain, so you could have skipped step number 1 and you can actually register your domain right here with Bluehost. Or you can say, I have a domain name, and I have a domain name. So I'm gonna type in my domain name. It's called markwiens.me, and you're just gonna fill out all of your information, your name, your address, your email, and then, okay, here's the thing with the pricing. The reason it's $3.95 per month is because you have to sign up for 36 months, and the price gets higher if you sign up for less time. But if you are serious about blogging, I would encourage you to go for 36 months, and you should, hopefully this will encourage you to keep on blogging and to keep it up. And then it's the billing information. So you can either pay by credit card, or let me check more options. You can pay by PayPal. Next. All right, and you can see my total bill is $142.20, but that is going to be valid for 3 years. After you pay, Bluehost gives you a number of other options, but I'm just going to go complete. Congratulations, your purchase was successful, and then you can go check your email for the confirmation. Choose a password for your account before you can log in, so create your password. Create. Okay, now you are taken to the My Bluehost hosting login. They sent me an email, so my login name is actually just Mark Wien. Then type in your password. All right. And no thanks, I'm not interested right now. And now we are into the My Bluehost, my account. I now have hosting. Now that you have a hosting account, depending if you got your free domain with Bluehost, you should be able to immediately install WordPress. But if you registered your domains with GoDaddy or with Namecheap or a different registrar, you will need to point the name servers to Bluehost. And that will just that will tell Bluehost that they are hosting your domain. I'm logged into GoDaddy right now. I'm going to click on My Account, and then I'm going to head over to Manage My Domains. Scroll down to markwiens.me and click on Set Name Servers. I'll click on Custom and enter Custom Name Servers. And I'm just going to head back over to that that Bluehost page. Enter, click, copy and paste this one, and then the second one, and add name servers. Oh, no, I guess I don't need to do that. Click OK. Okay, and hit save. And if I go over to markwiens.me, you can see that it has now changed to a Bluehost landing page, so that means it has been successful. So I will go back over to my Bluehost, the hosting main panel, cPanel, and install WordPress. And this is really easy to do. Here we go. This is the latest version of WordPress, and it actually takes you over to Mojo Marketplace, which is in association with Bluehost. Then click on Install, and you come down to this page, and WordPress. You click on the domain that you want to install WordPress on, check domain, and then you can click on, show advanced options, and make sure you've read the conditions and terms, and then click Install Now. It should just take a couple of minutes, and as soon as the next page loads, we'll see so you can exit this, but you can see at the top here, your install is underway. And then, okay, your install is complete. So you can click on View Credentials. And here we have an alert. WordPress install is finished. You want to click on View, and it will take you to your credentials for your WordPress site. So the URL is markwiens.me or yourwebsite.com or whatever. And then you can click on admin URL. This will take us to the login page for your new blog. And also listed on this credentials, you will find your username and your password. Click login. And we are now in the WordPress dashboard. So this is a dashboard that you will get to know very well as you start to blog more. Come up here to the top corner, click on Visit Site, and it will just take you to markwiens.me or your website. And here we have a brand new install of WordPress in its most basic form. This moves us directly into step 4, which is to design your new blog. I think design is a pretty important part of your blogging and making a blog because you want it to look the way you want it to look. Something that you'll use to improve the design of your site is called a WordPress theme, which are basically just designs. And there are many free designs, and there are also many premium designs which you pay for. What you do is you come over here to Appearance, look at Themes, and you can actually do a search on WordPress.org for all sorts of free themes. Many available. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are not so great. But even on just your default WordPress install, you'll have a couple of themes. So if we activate this theme and then go and refresh markwiens.me, we can see a new theme is added. For both migrationology.com and eatingthaifood.com, I use Genesis framework with Studio Press, and this is a premium WordPress theme or framework, but I think I really like it. I really like the designs, and I really like the cleanness of the code. And though it does cost some money, it really is worth it. I'm going to download my latest version of the Genesis framework and then add new. And so, of course, I have already paid for the Studio Press Genesis theme, so that's how I can download it. Choose file, genesis.zip, and this WordPress themes will be in .zip files, and then I'll click Install Now. All right, and you have to click Activate, and now if I refresh my blog again, we'll have a new theme, which is the Genesis theme. And let me just quickly change the title of my site. So if you go down to Settings, General, I'm going to name this site Mark Wiens, and this is just going to be Mark Wiens Profile. Save changes, and again, refresh. Okay, so this is the very start of your very own blog. Once we changed the name servers, it did not take long at all. This is like a blank canvas for you to, well, for so much opportunity. And so, of course, it could use a lot more design still, and I could put on pictures and write lots of blog posts, but this is the very first start of a blog. And that is gonna move us on to step number 5, which actually might seem kind of obvious, but I'm just gonna go into step number 5 because I think it's extremely important. And that is writing blog posts and sticking to it, building your website, and persisting. Because I have heard from many people who start blogs and they blog for a little bit, but then they sort of lose interest. But if you commit to it, and if you keep blogging and keep learning and keep pushing, you never know what opportunities will arise as a result of your blog. So in order to publish a post, a new blog post, what you go is you go to Posts, you go Add New, and you go to, well, you name it, Welcome to markwiens.me. This website is going to be a profile site for Mark Wiens. I love food. And you can save the draft, and then that will just be like a saved page in your site. And otherwise, alternatively, you can hit publish. And now if we refresh our website, we'll see Welcome to Mark Wiens. This website is going to be a profile site for Mark Wiens. I love food. And this is the very first post I've written on markwiens.me. That completes step number 5, and I would just encourage you to really commit to blogging. If you start a blog, to commit to blogging, to go for it, and to just persist and to blog about something you're passionate about. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful, and I want you to take action on this because I think blogging is an amazing resource. It's an amazing tool. It's an amazing way to connect with people, and you never know what opportunities you'll have as a result of blogging. So other than that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and also click the link below in the description box for all the details about this 5-step plan to starting your own blog, and I'll see you on the next video.